Hey guys, so Bagsmart has been going viral, and today we're going to road test some of their most popular pieces to see what all the hype is about. I've got the Blast backpack, the Blast packing cubes, and also the Getaway 20-inch carry-on. My name's Maria, and on my channel we talk about where to go, what to wear, and how to get it there. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd like to take this chance to thank Bagsmart for sending me these travel essentials to share with you guys. You can check the description below for links and discount codes. I will say I've used multiple products from Bagsmart in the past, and I love how well designed and organized they are. They actually do make bags that are smart. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the carry-on luggage. This is 100% polycarbonate shell, so it's really durable. It has a little bit of the Bagsmart label here. I have to say I love the glossy finish. And this is available in 3 different colors. There's a really pretty sky blue color, shadow, which is more of a gray color, and then my personal favorite that I chose is the beautiful French pink. It has an aluminum handle that has 4 different settings for height. I also really like this TSA approved locking system. You put your code in. Right now it's just set to 0, so you don't know my code. But I love that it's pink on pink, and then you just really easy to unlock it. So it also comes with this complimentary luggage tag that says here or there, now or never. And this like nylon webbing that says the same thing to kind of help you identify it. It has 360-degree spinner wheels, and they're really smooth, and they also have like a spring technology in them. The handles are really nice on both the side and on the top, so you can lift this really easily. It does have this other zipper too. So when you unzip the expansion all the way around, you've got all that extra space, so you can have a lot of extra room for your souvenirs. It is 40 liters unexpanded, and let's do the dimensions also. So if we measure all the way from top to bottom, it's 21.7 inches. The depth, it says the depth is 9.8, but it looks to me like it's more like 9.5. The width from the side to the side, 13.5. It says 13.8. So it's pretty accurate. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and weigh this for you. It says that it is actually 8.2 pounds on the website, but I'm getting 7.8. So it's actually not as heavy as it says on the website. So on the interior, you've got the 2 pockets, one regular, one waterproof, and a water-resistant and stain-proof lining. Now I want to start with the measurements. It's 14 inches across, 18 long. And on the diagonal, that's where you're getting the 20 inches is across this way. It's kind of like television. That's one thing you have to be careful of when you're doing your booking online and stuff like that, because the airlines are measuring the exterior, but the luggage companies are giving you the interior details. So you do have to be mindful of that when you're choosing your luggage. I have multiple different suitcases for that reason, because the depth of this 5.5 high, and this side that does have the luggage handle on this particular suitcase, they are farther back. This luggage handle is really close to this outer edge, so you get a little bit more space inside. This is a removable compression pad, and you do have a mesh with organization on this side. And so what I like to do is pack some flat socks in here. And then I also pack some underwear that pack really flat. One of my favorite hacks is to remove this compression pad. And the compression pad just snaps in and out. And then when I get to my hotel, I take my socks and underwear that I have put in here really flat. You can see it takes up really no space in your actual suitcase. It's like an extra packing cube. And then when I get to the hotel, I take one of the pants hangers and just clip it on there like this. And then I can hang it in the closet, and I don't have to use their drawers for like my underwear and stuff like that, which makes me feel better about it. And I just love this little hack. It's a great packing hack because it saves space in your suitcase. And then when you get to your destination, you're not going to forget anything in the drawer because you're going to put this back in your suitcase. Okay? If you have any cool packing hacks, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm going to do the measurements on the zip side here. It's about 13 or 13.5 across. And then the diagonal is 20. And the depth is 5. I could put my wet bathing suit in here, or liquids if I'm checking my bag. Sometimes if I do expand the bag, I will check it afterwards. In this side here, it's a decent sized pocket. The Bagsmart packing cubes come in a set of 6. It includes this backpack. It also includes 5 compression cubes, 1 large, 2 small, and 2 medium, and they all have these handy handles. So here's an overview of all 6 pieces. I'm going to start at this one end here. This is a bag. You can use it for shoes. You could use it for dirty clothes also, or whatever else you might want to. And this is a larger size. This has the compression zippers, and it also has this little snap here that you can tighten it even more. The material on these is like a water-resistant nylon, which makes it really easy to wipe up if you get anything on there. And the packing cubes also feature this breathable mesh, which also allows you to be able to see what's inside. The 2 kind of on their own ones, and then there's 2 of these. This size here, we can kind of stack them on top of each other, and I'll show you a little bit how I'm gonna pack them and the options of how to pack them afterwards. And then you also get 2 of this size as well, and they all have the compression zippers and the mesh so you can see it, so it's breathable. And I'm really loving these as far as functionality. I kind of wish that they had a lighter pink color just because of the function. I think I will find myself using these even more than some of my other ones because of that.
Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal, move to songs we play together, feel like we're on holiday, I got a feeling it's a good day, we're driving.
So that's all 6 cubes. Now let's get them packed in the luggage. So this is my little toiletry bag, and I don't fold it all the way up so it takes up a little bit less of the space in that side of my suitcase. But this is just like a lot of my medicines. I kind of put them in a gallon-sized bag. There's no liquids in here, but it's just keeps it all contained, but still pretty flat. And then this is a packing cube. I have a couple of sweaters in. Then I have a pair of pretty bulky sneakers that are in this shoe bag, but I like the way it fits right on this side here, and it fits really easy. I don't even have to work to close this. It's just super easy. In this compartment here, I'm gonna go ahead and put some pajamas in there, and then I'll know where they are really easy. I'm going to go ahead and use all 6 of these packing cubes. They're actually really robust and really nice packing cubes. So I'm going to start on top of this layer where I have stuff between the trolley handles, and I'm going to use these 2. So I'm just going to, they can pack pretty flat on top of each other. I'm going to do that, and then this one actually fits really perfectly. So you have one of the medium sizes and one of the small sizes fit perfectly on each side. But what I'm going to do is put this larger one that covers mostly the whole section lengthwise and widthwise. I'm going to put that on top, and then I'm going to pull over my compression straps, pull them tight. And this actually, even with all 6 of the packing cubes, including a pair of shoes in the one packing cube, I'm going to be able to get this closed without expanding it, which is great because it'll save me on the way home if I buy souvenirs. I'm going to just show you another way that you can configure the packing here. This is the medium and the small, another small and another medium. And then you could fit, like if you have stuff like me that you wanted to fit on top of it, you could do it like that. And then you could use like this in your personal item bag, or maybe you could put both of these other cubes in your personal item bag. That's just one other example. Also, you could do one of these small ones over here with one medium on that side. And then on the other side, you can have one of the larger ones that takes up most of this whole thing, but there's a little bit of space in here. And you could kind of arrange that in there pretty flat. Super, super flat. You barely even need to compress it if you did that configuration. These also could fit into a larger suitcase, and you don't even have to use them all in your 20-inch bag. But I think I will use them all and maybe even switch 1 or 2 packing cubes to my personal item so that I have some on the plane with me in case anything gets lost, and I'll have it with me if I have to change when I get there. I'll have stuff to change into. Okay, so this is the Blast Expandable Mesh Backpack, and this is also from Bagsmart. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the outside features, the measurements, and then show you how I'm gonna pack it up. The top to bottom This is 16.5 inches. I think it's really about 16, but it says it goes up to 16.5 inches high. And I'll bet you that if I had more in this particular backpack, then it would actually be the 16.5 inches. For the width-wise, unexpanded, it's 8.1, and width 12.2, which their dimensions for the exterior on their website actually are very good. When it's unexpanded, it's 28 liters, and then when you undo the expansion, it goes up to be 38 liters. So to do the expansion, you just find the zipper on the side and unzip it all the way around the whole bag. And you can see it goes up to 10 inches wide when it's expanded. You get that extra couple inches all the way around. So this is the backpack as a personal item. You can see the size, M51. This is the sternum strap. It actually has a little elastic here, so it helps to get it to fit more comfortably. But that's what it looks like on me. So online it says that this weighs 2 pounds empty, and I'm going to go ahead and test it now here with my own scale at home. It says 2.2. So in most cases, I think I'll be using this as my personal item and this as my carry-on. This technically can be a carry-on as well. Spoiler alert. You can actually expand this and you can fit a lot more in here. I've got it really tight and compressed to be small enough to be the personal item. So if you're going to be using this as a personal item, it is airline approved to fit underneath the seat in front of you. And if you're going to be using it as a carry-on, it's also airline approved to go up in the overhead bins. Typically, you're allowed 2 things. You can take a personal item and a carry-on luggage. So in this example, how I travel is mostly I always have a personal item and a carry-on. You can use a personal item that's just like a purse, but it's a waste because you could take all this other stuff in your personal item too. And especially if you're trying not to have to check your bag, this is great. And for starters, this has a lot of different compartments that I'm going to show you, and different handles. It's a backpack predominantly. You can see that it has the nice padded back straps. They're adjustable. It has this nice luggage strap so that you don't have to actually carry this on your back, especially if it's heavy. And then we'll kind of just turn it around and go over the features as we go. The first one that we run into is this secret pocket. And you can see it's pretty large. This is a sunglass case, and that fits in there. I could probably even fit 2 of them. It's a nice size. You can use it for your phone and your passport or glasses or whatever. Like when I go through TSA, I usually put my phone and my passport in a special pocket, and this is a great one to use for that. And this one, I like to have candy when I'm flying, so I have a little secret stash of candy in this compartment here. Moving around, this is one of the handles. There's also another handle on top that I'll get to later, but you can use this as a duffel and carry it like a duffel if you want to as well. This front pocket is expandable. It's really stretchy. So in this pocket, I have my airplane bag. It has just like my Benadryl, chapstick, face wipe, wisps, but I can easily get that in and out for the flight. Over here, there's another zipper compartment, and in this one, I have Purell hand wipes and tissues. I like to keep things together that make sense together, and these are nice and flat, so they fit in here fairly easy without taking up too much space in the rest of the backpack. In here, there's another inner pocket, which actually goes over all the way over here. Let me show you how much that is. So that's 8 inches wide. So it's pretty wide for this inside pocket, and then also for the mesh pocket itself too. And then this is the water bottle container, but I actually have my glasses and my gimbal in here, and I never use my water bottle container for water. Actually, you can fit up to 40 liters. You can see how stretchy this is. It's got this elastic piece here, and then this kind of is that mesh material again, so it really expands. You can fit a lot in there. If you wanted to, like this is a rolled up jean jacket, you could even stick something like that in there just so you have it hand if you get cold or when you want to put it on. You could just be creative. If you don't need a water bottle, you can put a lot of other stuff in here. This is also a good view of these compression straps on the side that you can undo and loosen, so if you have it expanded, you can have way more capacity. So this has this top compartment, and it also has another one on the bottom, and I'm going to show you those now. The top does have this nice handle, so you have the side handle and the top handle. So if you do use this as a carry-on, you can put it up in the overhead above you, and then you can pull it out with either handle or using both, which is really convenient. And in this part here, what I've done is, this is really easy access, and so I love that about this top thing. I love this color pink, but I wish this was a little bit more like this. But I have to say, functionally, this is a really cool feature for me in that it has this really easy access to your liquids. I'm TSA pre-check, don't usually need to check my liquids, but inevitably, every once in a while, you do get stuck having to do it. And if you're not prepared every time, then you're gonna be really unprepared 1 or 2 times. And so I always have my liquids in this bag that I take in my personal item. Even if I check a bag, I usually have some emergency liquids that I take with me. And this is like my emergency liquid pack with medicine and gels for like a skin thing that have eardrops, like all kinds of random stuff. My liquids fit really easily in this pocket here. It's pretty good size. It does take up the main compartment space. You want to keep that in mind, that it will take up some of the capacity on the, the body of it. But it also has this mesh compartment here that I've got a bunch of my cords that I would use in the airplane or in the lounge beforehand to charge my stuff. I've got a wireless charger, so these are things that I might use before I get on the plane or in the plane. And so I like having those in this little pocket here. So on this side, this is the bottom of the bag. It has these 2 air holes. This is technically for your shoes. So I have a pair of shoes in here. The bigger the shoes are, the more space it's going to take up in the body part of the bag. But the shoe bag itself is not very thick, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. So if you didn't want to use shoes and you just close this up, you just get more space inside, depending on how you want to pack. If you're just I like to change up my shoes. I always bring too many shoes. The back zipper part is actually for your laptop. It does open 180 degrees, full clamshell. Having said that, I would not use it like that in TSA. Probably I would just reach in, grab my computer, grab my iPad to put through security. It's padded on both sides and on the bottom. So just to show you what I actually do have in here, I've got my laptop and I have a documents folder, backups of things that I might need, the iPad. And then on this side, this is padded too. I have really important medications that if I need to know where they are fast, like my EpiPen or Benadryl, and my thyroid medicine is all right here in this pocket. That's really simple and easy to access. And this is the cord to my computer. All of your things with batteries and cords should go in your personal item, because if they did have to check your carry-on, you don't want to have that kind of stuff going under the belly of the plane. So it's important that you're responsible and keep that with you in your personal item. So now getting into the main compartment, it's got the double zippers here. And this first thing that you'll notice is this nice waterproof section. And this would be great if you needed to put a wet bathing suit in there. You also have the same pocket in here, but this one's a little bit larger width-wise, so you could fit different things. And so I have just some toiletries in there, and this is the compression strap. Pull this to really get this stuff down in there as good as you can. One of my packing cubes, I have a couple sweaters in here, handbag, my medicine. You always want to have your medicine in your personal item bag so it doesn't leave your sight. And usually you do have this under the seat in front of you, where this one would go up top in the carry-on stowage, like above your head. I have another packing cube. This is that large packing cube that I've got with the compression and everything all zipped in. It takes up the whole big part of the bottom, but then there's still space over here. So just to show you with a different color, you could fit other stuff on this space. I've got all these cords, they could fit next to it. Pretty good capacity in there, honestly. Just to show you, if you have a lot of shoes or dirty clothes that you want to pack in here, you could take up almost the majority of the capacity with this other little bag that you access from the bottom as well. So if you don't want it, you don't have to have it, but it is a cool feature. I really like the flexibility and being able to use that multiple ways. Overall, this is a good travel trio. I love the backpack and the versatility of being able to expand it and everything. The carry-on is so pretty. I love that. And it's functional. It has organizational space, and the packing cubes are really very good quality, and I like how easy they zip up, and you can do the compression so simple and easy without having to fuss with it too much. That's a big deal. I'm going to show you a couple of other ways to do things. If you wanted to use the backpack as your carry-on instead, you can go ahead and expand it, and let's see how many of them fit in there when we expand it. Use this zipper to unzip everything. Now we can fit even more packing cubes in here. I'm going to still use the shoes. I'm going to put a pair of shoes in this bottom compartment, just for the sake of using it. I think that's a really cool feature, and I do like to bring extra shoes, especially if I'm bringing designer shoes. These aren't as big of a deal, but especially if I'm bringing my designer shoes, I do like to have them in my personal item, so I don't have to worry about them getting lost. And then this is my medicine. So that's the largest packing cube. This is a medium. Again. Let's see if we can put the purse in here. This might be a stretch. Actually, it's gonna work. Wow. Now, if you want to carry this on as a carry-on, good for you. But for me, this is probably a little too heavy when I have it expanded to want to put it on my back. Uh-oh, I almost forgot to put my toiletries in. No wonder it zipped up so easily. Let's see if we have a problem here. Toothbrush and of course my lashes. Actually, I think it's still gonna zip. This is great. But like I said, I don't know if I want to carry this that full. It's pretty heavy. You've got to be careful to put your heavier stuff in the back and on the bottom so it's not top heavy. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up against this flush so I can actually see what the measurements are with it really expanded and fully packed like that. 16 inches deep. And then the length is about the same, I bet, too. 16, that's about right. So let me know in the comments if you would use the Blast backpack as a personal item or a carry-on. And stay tuned because I'm going to be using this trio of travel gear on my next couple of trips to New York City and also to England and Ireland for 2.5 weeks. I hope you like this video and subscribe, and also check out the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.